finest professional wrestling from the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, Capital Wrestling.
Welcome to this week's Capital Wrestling Television. I'm Stephen James. We are just 5 days away from crowning the first ever Capital Wrestling Champion when we return to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken. 2 weeks ago on Capital Wrestling, we saw a few of the men who are being considered to be champion, and this week we take a closer look at our return to the city of Sinatra this Saturday night. When we return, we revisit Capital Combat and how Juba and Logan Black came to the Capitol. Capital Wrestling fans, you are now able to represent Capital Wrestling by wearing your own official Capital Wrestling t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Whether or not you're royal, our royal blue t-shirt will show that you are loyal to the Capitol. Order now for only $19.99 at ProWrestlingTees.com/Capital Wrestling. Capital Wrestling returns October 14th to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken to determine who will become King of the Capitol as we crown the first ever Capital Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But that's not the only title up for grabs, as the colossal Mike Law takes on the NRA's own Bo Crockett. Will the champ retain, or will the prodigal son of the NRA capture his first gold in the Capitol? The King of Chaos comes to Capital Wrestling October 14th as the leader of the AOC, Logan Black, looks to settle the score from our last event with the man simply known as Juba. Coming off a controversial tag team gauntlet match, Matthew Ryan Shapiro and his New York Wrecking Crew take on the Perfect Strangers. Our main event features two matchups never seen before in Capital Wrestling. First, the wrestling god Anthony Gangone looks to take a bite out of the bad apple inside the squared circle as he goes one-on-one with Matt McIntosh. In the other main event, the Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss, coming off an emotional victory over Paul Jourdain, takes on the champion of the 1%, Logan Easton LaRue. All this and more October 14th as Capital Wrestling returns to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken. Get your tickets now at CapitalWrestling.com and come to the Capitol.
This underway,
and poor
Combat.
Michael Buckley stuck in between a rock and a hard place, trying to get out of the way and not damage his suit. Oh my God.
It has degenerated here in the first ever Capital Combat match.
And we're out here as well, right here by the announce table. It's the best seat in the house, but now it's become the most dangerous.
It's 3-on-2 here as the Apostles of Chaos looking to give John Kermon a hand here.
This has gotten out of hand. Now fighting 3-on-1 against the AOC.
Of course, the AOC on loan from John Kermon's good friend, Logan Easton LaRue here. Flipping it over onto the chair. Looking for the pinfall.
That's going to cost us some money.
1, 2.
Oh, no.
Wait a second. The AOC back out there, pulling the referee out of there.
Just in time. No disqualification in Capital Combat match.
But wait a minute, where's Juba? Here he comes. There's Juba on the outside.
Oh, wow.
And the Donnybrook continues.
Juba trying to even the odds again. So close for Cannonball. And now I don't anticipate John Kermon's playing some type of hardcore Jenga.
Juba and the AOC on the stage. Kermon and Cannonball still in the ring, still trying to figure out who's a winner. Tips it
Oh!
over. Pile driver on to the chair. 1, 2, 3, and he's done it. Jeff Cannonball.
Winner of this match, last tonight, Jeff Cannonball.
Jeff Cannonball victorious here.
Finally able to get past John Kermon.
Will the giant Juba be able to slow down the King of Chaos? Juba may not have Benny and Sinclair to worry about as they face off against Hysteria. We last saw Hysteria in the tag team gauntlet for a shot at the Capital Wrestling tag team titles. Yet, they ran into a brick wall known as the New York Wrecking Crew.
And the match is on the way. The New York Wrecking Crew will have no part of that as Smooth Blackman and Chris Seaton put in the hurting on Hysteria already.
The New York Wrecking Crew furious to have to be part of this match to begin with. Let's be honest. They feel they deserve a tag team championship shot and are annoyed that they have to go through so many other teams to do it. Man, look at that suplex. Oh my God, these boys from Indiana don't even know what state they're in now.
The worst part is, in a style of match like this, to be a tag team for more hurt, more pain, double your pleasure, double your ass kicking, 2 count.
Raking the
Referee
back.
taking exception here.
Now, see, the thing is that it's painful. It's not a fist, but it's just degrading, and that's the point. It's putting a beat down on somebody physically and emotionally in a real bad position for Hysteria.
And Seaton on the outside. Look at that, despicable. Blackman now getting in on it. The tag is made.
And Cole Radrick.
Knee to Seaton. Blackman underneath. Tilted whirl into a flying head scissors. Drops him down. Spinning neck breaker.
Radrick on fire here, going for the pin.
But Chris Seaton not allowing the ref, and a kick to the temple here.
I messed up.
That'll stop momentum real quick, Steven, real quick.
And Cole Radrick in the corner on Dream Street. Counting there. Blessings here. Here it is. The heart attack there. Referee making him get out of the ring. 1, 2, 3. You can count to 25. It wouldn't matter here.
Hysteria has been eliminated.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it's a massacre here in Hoboken. The New York Wrecking Crew are beating down Hysteria. All the humanity. Somebody call a hospital. Somebody call a coroner. Somebody call their biological parents because I know that you people they're adopting. Yeah.
And we've been treated to some extra commentary from Matthew Ryan Shapiro.
This is excessive. The match has already been decided here.
This is not.
And spine buster.
It's not about. Oh, and another spine buster. Oh my
Another
goodness.
spine buster. Somebody get out here and help these guys out.
Just sending a message. This is not about wins and losses, Steven. It's about sending a message.
I say bring out the next victim.
It's a jawjack with the referee.
Hey, decision is reversed.
What?
Wait, what just happened?
What? I've won the match. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has reversed the decision. Therefore, the New York Wrecking Crew has been eliminated.
The New York Wrecking Crew
Well, this is not going to stand with Matthew Ryan Shapiro.
Needless to say, the New York Wrecking Crew not pleased here.
The Wrecking Crew and their demented manager, the maniacal Matthew Ryan Shapiro, will also make their return to Hoboken this Saturday as they face off against the Perfect Strangers. The Strangers have not had much luck in the Capitol, whether against the tag team champions, even in victory against the Danger Sanctuary, or looking for desserts. Can Andros and Marcus find a way to overcome Shapiro and his hired guns? Speaking of hired guns, we see Matt Sexcells and Smiley return to the Capitol to take on Shapiro's hired gun, Paul Jourdain, and the bearded bastard himself, known as Ken Dixon. Both Jourdain and Dixon have torn through the Capitol and have made it their personal mission to inflict pain and suffering on all who cross their path. 2 weeks ago, Ronnie Burton made a call to the person who will team with him and Joey Ace this Saturday night. Capitol Wrestling fans, you are now able to represent Capitol Wrestling by wearing your own official Capitol Wrestling t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Whether or not you're royal, our royal blue t-shirt will show that you are loyal to the Capitol. Order now for only $19.99 at ProWrestlingTees.com/Capitol Wrestling. Capitol Wrestling returns October 14th to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken to determine who will become King of the Capitol as we crown the first ever Capitol Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. But that's not the only title up for grabs, as the colossal Mike Law takes on the NRA's own Bo Crockett. Will the champ retain, or will the prodigal son of the NRA capture his first gold in the Capitol? The King of Chaos comes to Capitol Wrestling October 14th as the leader of the AOC, Logan Black, looks to settle the score from our last event with the man simply known as Chuba. Coming off a controversial tag team gauntlet match, Matthew Ryan Shapiro and his New York Wrecking Crew take on the Perfect Strangers. Our main event features two matchups never seen before in Capitol Wrestling. First, the wrestling god Anthony Gangone looks to take a bite out of the bad apple inside the squared circle as he goes one-on-one with Matt McIntosh. In the other main event, the Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss, coming off an emotional victory over Paul Jourdain, takes on the champion of the 1%, Logan Easton LaRue. All this and more October 14th as Capitol Wrestling returns to the Capitol Auditorium in Hoboken. Get your tickets now at CapitolWrestling.com and come to the Capitol.
Oh, hi. I'm Nyla Rose. You may remember me from such promos as rubbing hands together and turning slowly towards the camera, ghetto neck wiggle, and who can forget the timeless classic, screaming at a baby for 2 minutes straight. Now I know you're asking yourself, why am I talking with you here today? Well, it's actually in regards to Capitol Wrestling's event on the 14th. You see, there's a 6-person tag match, and I've been tasked with informing you all of who the mystery partner is. It's none other than myself, Nyla Rose. You see, I got a phone call from Ronnie Burton, and he told me all the shenanigans that were going on, and I thought to myself, on one hand, you've got a coffee-loving maniac, on the other hand, you've got this really righteous rock star, and if you draw a little Venn diagram, right in the middle between coffee-loving maniac, rock star, and native beast, you have a little sliver of perfection. So I said, hey, this makes sense to me, why not? Which brings me to my next point, Miss Portia Vaughn. Now look, I'm one to give credit where credit's due, and I definitely appreciate your SJW feminist activism. I do, I wholeheartedly do. However, you are a bit of a turd muffin. Yeah, I said it. I said what everybody's thinking. You're a little bit obnoxious. You're, well, I'm pretty sure you know what four-letter word people have called you. I'm gonna have to co-sign on that. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I am. Because when it comes down to it, I'm sure the entire public would rather have the native beast fighting for their rights than some all-organic, gluten-free yeast beast running wild. What you gonna do? The shot's for you, foot creepers. Order customs. Which brings us to the three stooges at hand. Timmy Danger, Ryan Zane, and sizzling Stan Styles. Where do we even begin with you three idiots? Timmy Danger, you put out these videos yammering on and on and on like some discount bargain basement Jim Jones. Brother, you've been drinking too much of your Kool-Aid, son. You say you'll spare us if we place one hand over our heart and we pledge allegiance to the sanctuary. Well, I tell you what, my boys Burton and Ace, they're gonna take their fist, but they're not gonna put it over their heart. They're gonna shove one down each of your throats, and they're gonna take the other fist and shove it clean up your chocolate starfish and play you guys like a back alley accordion. That's weird. I don't know why I said that, but that's okay, because you guys are weird and I'm weird too. Quite frankly, the only person I'm worried about in this equation is the one who's not gonna get played like an accordion, Stan Styles. Something creepy about you, Stan. You come out with a shake weight and whipped cream? We all know a shake weight is neither a weight nor does it shake. That's weird. I bet you're the kind of guy who, in the locker room, rubs a sandwich on himself. I tell you what, you're gonna get what's coming to you. All three of you are. Cause come October 14th at Capitol Wrestling, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Cause you see, the native beast is now loose in Capitol Wrestling. And baby, I'm not going anywhere. So deal with that. I don't like that as a catchphrase. Lubba dubba wub wub. Nah, I think that one's taken. Listen, I tell you what, I'm gonna come up with a good catchphrase, but between now and then, you keep your little peepers glued to the screen. We're gonna have so much fun.
You can get with it or get lost. I'm in another altitude when I hit the salt. More bottles, more trees, roll it up, that's the recipe. Yeah, that's the recipe.
You can get with it or get lost. I'm on another altitude when I hit the salt. More bottles, more trees, rolling up, that's the recipe. Yeah, that's the recipe. Welcome to the major leagues. It's time to bring the big bats out. Got my pinch hitters running, trying to get the home plate while the fiends touch base. Label me the dark knight, 9K, nothing 2-8. Trying to tap into my mental like Novocaine lace. Bars at the bars, that's time I'm about to face. Pro track figures, so these niggas can't trace.